Well, let me explain something to you. I've got 4 racks and 2 products, and everything's got to be timed in right. I've got a timer on the big kitchen here, but that means that I have to put 2 racks in at a time to use that one. And if I use the backup rack at the top and the bottom, I've got an additional timer on here. These hot dogs here that are to go in next are still semi-frozen, and they take 15 minutes of heating at approximately 160 degrees to get them dead. If I go over the allocated time, then they split in the outer casing. So we've got a supply here of gluten-free hot dogs, as well as, I've got to lift the lid again, to my right these are the originals, and these ones here are the vegan hot dogs. So I've got to keep that chock-a-block so that Joe and Brent out behind that screen there. It's got a sub-kitchen here, and he's doing donuts and cooking the gluten-free donuts in there. Less demand, but as a sample when the buyers come through. 2 minutes to go before this last cookout is ready to come out. I got some thermic gloves here to put on my left hand there, and that helps me get these trays out without burning myself. But they're looking good in here. Day 2 on the stand. Got Brent here, we're heading out to the freezer.
Yep,
Right,
all
Brent.
rugged up and ready to go.
Our code is this one here, M22, that's our stand.
Donuts down the back corner down there, Alvin.
Right.
And the rest of our stuff here.
We've got an escape hatch if you get locked in, and your alarms, and how to get out if you get caught. So my process is to get them out of the bag there, they're solid frozen there. Because these look the same once they're out of the box, I labelled up these trays so that I don't get them muddled up. I set them on here like so. We just need a few for a starter. It's important that you've got the right glove on too, because that tray just burns you, just no trouble at all. So in they go. We're running at 160 and we want 15 minutes. Joe and Brent have hired this big oven here. It's from a place called Corporate Rentals here in Auckland, and we're down to 14 minutes. So when I've got other trays there double going, I use these timers here. I can set them to 15 minutes, and they're my backup ones, top and bottom, but I run 2 even the same on the oven. Secondary stand here is gluten-free donuts. It's managing them in here. He heats his
He's supposed to be.
yeah, keeping an eye on things. So how long do you have them in for, Brent, to warm them?
About 10 minutes is ample with they're frozen, and probably 5 or 6 if they're thawed out in
Yes.
there. Put a bit of cinnamon sugar on them, and then we just cut them up into sample size pieces.
So Brent, when people come up here, what's special about these ones?
Well, they're gluten-free for a start.
Yes.
They come frozen, so there's no mucking around. You can just either heat them in the oven. Some people even microwave them, which is best, but it works. And or you could fry them. Some people, like takeaways, still stick them in the fryer for a couple of minutes, and they're all set to go. They can be dressed up like these brochures here. Obviously, people can add their own toppings and cream and custard and whatever they like, really, but so they can be used as in a dessert context in a cafe or restaurant, or for kids' parties or whatever. They come in cartons of 30.
Yes.
So yeah, they're just available through food service distributors like that. But the same thing we do in a pack of 6 for the supermarket, and they already come coated with the cinnamon sugar oil.
So Brent's just going to run through his product range here.
Right.
For original, you've got the originals here.
We've got
Ben.
our originals, which have a beef sausage in. That's our most popular one, followed by the vegan, which has a soy sausage, suitable for the vegans. All of the range can be just heated in the oven, about 15 minutes from frozen at 180 degrees. Just take out what you want at a time, and yeah, that's.
And so that's the package available in all the big suits?
These are available to food service operators. We do have the same items available in the supermarket in a smaller size pack.
I noticed the exquisite taste of that sauce that you've got there. Is that just regular Wattie sauce?
No, we go to the Barker's sauce. It's a premium branded sauce. It's lovely taste, goes well with ours. It's gluten free as well, which some sauces aren't. So obviously we had that on the stand so that we don't have to have different sauces, and people that go for the gluten free hot dogs can be assured that it is gluten free.
That's a good thing. And that Barkers are down in Canterbury, I think.
Yes, they operate out of Geraldine. Good.
And no doubt they've got a stand here today too.
Yes, they have 2 stands here, one promoting their sauce range and the other drinks, different cordials and whatever.
So these are the gluten-free ones that you're doing individual to the ones that I'm putting through?
Yes, they're... we just keep them in a separate little oven so that there's no cross-contamination, and people that are gluten-free can be assured that they're not going to go home with more than what they bargained for.
Yeah.
So, the gluten-free ones are all hand-dipped. There is a slight difference generally, just we don't get as many little knobbly bits on them, and so you always could guarantee that you could tell the difference. But if you put them beside the others, generally I could pick which was which.
Process head, so I'm halfway through here now. I'm down to 7 minutes, and this alarm will go when it's done. But about 5 minutes, I give them a quick flick in there so that they're mobile and we don't get a brown spot on one. Small Baie Marie here, vegans this end, originals in the centre, and gluten-free on this end. And these are the ones that we just keep them on a hold pattern. They sit in there. In underneath here we've got a little heater here that's gone out. So that canister's finished and I need to put another one in. The little Euro canisters here. So that's just hums away there.
Yes.
Doesn't look like it's a flame, but it is.
No.
And it doesn't stink, you can't smell it. So that effectively just keeping the water on the simmer and underneath there.
Yep.
And the product warm in the bottom. Now I'm up to my 4-minute shuffle here. I've got to get my glove on. My glove on now just to give these a shuffle. Yes, that's all ready to come. So these Teflon gloves are just the thing. You keep the hot from getting to your skin. The final part of the presentation is to put 3 or 4 into here. Ensuring that goes in front of the vegan pile at the front. And that sits there like so. We don't know confusion. My job is now to anticipate what the traffic flow is, to see when I put my next lot of sausages. Frozen and thawing, cooking, and those that are in storage. Not many. And the balance is out on display. So I'm at 6 minutes on the top one and 6 minutes on the bottom. So it's gloves on and giving them a rattle. So the shuffle just means you hit your shoulder against the hot oven door, give them that and that, and you can close it up. But you've got to watch that this stainless steel on here, which is up to 161 degrees, doesn't get you on the bare flesh.
Intermittent checks on our new burner here for the Bay Marie.
If they're overcooked, the outer skin detaches from the inner sausage and it just doesn't look good. So timing's everything.
Sort of setting.
So this lot's just sitting here before the lid goes on, but that's a brown. If I can avoid that by giving them a shuffle. Next lot to go on, but I just wait till most of those are gone.
But I've always said, it's a family show. Well, I get 25,000 on Facebook, so it's not a lot. But I get between 30 and 60,000 homes a week tuning in. It's on every Friday night at 8 o'clock on Sky TV, on Channel 83. And next month it starts, it goes for a whole hour starting next month. It's on Preview Channel 200 as well. So, and plus online and all that. But it's the Hot Rod Show.
Just the hot rod.
That's absolutely amazing. I started at around the end of 2015 there. But I have managed to build up a wealth in the domain, like the .com is the hotrodshow.com, right? Oh, yeah. Two sons, two daughters, half-caste wife. You know, I'm the quintessential Kiwi.
Would you just reiterate your crook neck again? Tell me what happened to you.
But where the spine goes through the vertebrae, at C2, C6 and T2, the bone was growing and actually slicing the spine in half in three places.
Wow.
So they had, like, some people can have it happen in one, or some people have, in various places, but they had all three with me. So it was a 12-hour operation, under the knife. So I was out for a long while.
So you've had a neck transplant?
A whole neck, 9 from the skull down to the third vertebrae, all replaced.
Well,
there's a big scar that goes down the back.
Lovely.
They stopped short with the scar because they said, we've got one arsehole, you've got one arsehole enough, so we won't give them two.